Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got a really exciting one for you and one that's slightly dangerous. I'll tell you a little bit about it, but I'm going to go ahead and start the water because I'm excited to get this thing going. Oh man, this is going to be quite a treat because I have heard the legends, but I never thought that I would actually find a place to sell it. So today I'm going to be sampling Sassafras tea. Wally, welcome. I don't know if that might be a little blurry. There we go. So this is Sassafras herbal, and I am like excited to try this because like I just happened to come across it by luck. I honestly had no plans to find it, but there it is, and so I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. I'm glad you're early because usually you're not too late, but I'm glad you were able to come. And I see my mother just popped in and then popped out, so she's probably getting some difficulties on her end. That's okay. So anyway, like I said before, this is an herbal blend. Ma, welcome back, and Nicole, welcome. Like I was saying, this is slightly dangerous. It's got a lot of health benefits, but sassafras tea has been known. Hey, Teresa, welcome. Sassafras tea has been known to cause cancer in after consuming for large quantities over a long period of time. Thankfully, I literally only have this much, so there's going to be very little risk. But if I start drinking it on a regular basis, 2 or 3 cups a day for a few years, I might be a bit more at risk. But thankfully, this is going to be just a... Okay, good. I was just taking my water to see if it was still on. It was really quiet. But it's... I lost my train of thought. It's gone. But like I was saying, this is going to be a one-time thing. Maybe once in a very, very blue moon. But this has, in this case, the health benefits do outnumber the risks. So I'll be happy to talk about that in just a moment. First thing I want to do is talk about the smell. Now, this thing has been inside the bag. I've barely opened the bag like maybe 2 or 3 times, but you can smell it. Even Mickey, welcome. Oh, I mean Mickadoodles. I almost messed up. But this has been, it's a strong scent. It's very much like licorice, root beer kind of a scent to it, and in fact, it has been used to flavor root beer, but they had to stop because they discovered it's a carcinogen. I think it was in 1970 something. I want to say. Let me just scroll up a little bit. Good thing I saw. Yeah, it says since the 1970s. That's where they found out that it was causing cancer in rodents. But oh, excuse me. Like I said, there's very little risk of it for me today, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But it smells very much like root beer. I'm gonna go ahead and take some out. No, this is okay as like a once in a while thing. It has been used in healing properties, so. It's not going to be like I'm going to get it and then I'll be dead tomorrow. No, that's not how this works. You have to go for years and years drinking this before it has any negative effects. But I'm going to use 2-ish teaspoons. Rachel, welcome. Oh, that smell is amazing. Now, normally I would show you what it looks like inside the pot, but I really don't have to because here it is. It's very chunky, very bright brown. This is an herbal blend. There's no tea in it, But oops, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this water out. I'm glad you could make it. No, it's not a slow tea suicide, although that is a good way to go. I would not complain if my death was tea related. But hopefully that death is a long, long time from now. Oh man, that smells amazing, you guys. Like, honestly, my room has smelled like root beer for the entire week. I've had this. Shanna, welcome. I've had this in my room for like a couple days, and my whole room smells like it. Sassafras was training. Was a training group of your first CTR job. That's great to hear. So now things are coming full circle. I knew that you tuned in for a reason. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I almost forgot. I've got to put this on for 5 minutes, and the water is set at a temperature of 212 degrees. Since this is an herbal blend, there's going to be very little risk of oversteeping. Just to be safe, I'm going to do it for 5 minutes, but I mean, I could probably leave it in for longer. So, as I mentioned before, it has been discovered that it is a bit of a carcinogen, but there are lots of health benefits to drinking this rather than the health risks. So, it's been known to improve urinary tract health, reduce symptoms of arthritis, clear skin and eyes, treatment of sprains, itching, swelling from bug bites. It reduces that. It's an immunity booster. It improves your circulation, reduces symptoms of gout, improves digestion, and reduces fever. Yeah, it is a carcinogen, but I mean it's gonna take lots and lots of exposure, years and years. So there is no risk to me today, as long as I keep it casual, I'll be fine. This is like the what is it? The elderflower tea. Same thing. It's been known to be slightly poisonous, but that's only in huge doses. And no, I'm not trying to kill you guys. This is actually it's medicinal. It's just not it will improve my immunity when I get the cancer. Well, hopefully I won't actually get the cancer. You know, this is gonna be a this is gonna be a very one-time thing. So I advise you guys, if you try this at home, you can. Some places, like I've heard that there are bans in certain places. I don't know if that's here. It's probably more down south, because sassafras is used. Well, it used to be used down south more often. Up north, I mean, you don't really see it enough, so I seriously doubt that is that's an issue around here. So it was a tea that gives you cancer. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. This is it, though. That's not it's not a tea. It's an herbal blend. There's no tea in it. And B, you would have to drink like gallons of it over the years in order for it to actually start having an effect. So I recommend do not drink gallons and gallons of it over the years, but a cup once a month is gonna be fine. Yeah, I'll just turn green like my shirt, right? Well, looks like Quackhead is going off. My 5 minutes are up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. Oh, but it smells amazing. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to turn this over. Ooh, that's hot. It's already burning my finger. Alright. Let's not try it just, yeah, because I'm the only daredevil here, you know? I live on the edge. Ooh, so here we go. You can see it's got a nice, clear, kind of brownish color to it. It's not a very strong color. And as I pour it out, you can see it's, well, I mean, you'll see in just a second. There's not a whole lot of color to it. Yep, there you go. So you see it's a little bit on the brown side, slightly red, a little bit orange. But it's not that deep of a color. I've seen black teas that are fully dark. This is a little this is barely there, you know? And that's typical to an herbal blend, depending on the kind of herbs that you use. This one is a lot of root, so you're not getting like a whole lot of the color. I guess that it was. Gee, you guys have already signed my death certificate. I mean, on the bright side, I won't have to pay my student loans anymore. But geez, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, it smells amazing. Like I happen to love root beer. So this is gonna be a great flavor for me. Oh my god! Like I haven't even gotten my first sip yet, and everybody's like writing me off. Oh man, that smells amazing. All right, here we go. Oh wow, that's really good. That is, it's more licorice than I thought. You know, it has, you know, like when you eat a black licorice and you get that kind of aftertaste that is, how do I put it? What was it? If it was between the tea and peyote, I would choose peyote. Yeah, but I mean, you prefer the psychedelics anyway. Mm. Oh, that is so good. Uh I'm like, oh, that's it, it's very refreshing. Like, how do I oh, sorry about that. I lost you for a minute. What was this? I should order my favorite meal before I go. There's no way I'll be able to to do that. You don't like black licorice? Well, that's okay because I mean it's not like straight up black licorice. It just has that that kind of fading aftertaste. How do I don't know how to describe it. You know how when you eat black licorice and you have like that strong licorice flavor, but then it fades and you have that aftertaste that just kind of I want to say vaporizes, but you know what I'm talking about. It's something like that, but it's not that strong. Sneha, welcome. Oh, so you only like the stinky marker that smells like licorice? The stinky marker. Oh my god, I forgot they made those. I'm gonna take another sip because I mean I really like it. This is very root beery. Like it actually tastes like it has vanilla in it, and that's very it's very distinct. You know, because when you drink a root beer and you get that flavor, you have like the licorice root and you have the vanilla added to it. This is basically straight up root. There's no licorice in it, but it's got those properties. And there's no vanilla in it. It's got those properties too. Like I don't need to add anything to it. It tastes amazing. I mean, granted, not everybody likes root beer, but for those who do and who are fearless like me when it comes to drinking tea, I'd highly recommend it. And sarsaparilla, I believe there's also a tea for that. I have yet to find it though. But when I do, I'm going to taste it for you guys, because that's how I roll. This is a very interesting blend. I've the only time I've ever tasted something else like that was from Adagio. They have one that's in store only. It's called Port of Call, and that tastes like straight up root beer. This is the closest I've tasted to anything like that, besides Port of Call. But Port of Call has like a ton of different um, ingredients to it. It actually has licorice root. It has vanilla. I believe it has some rooibos teas. I believe it has other herbs, and it had cloves and stuff like that. This is just a straight up, not sarsaparilla root, sassafras root. This is straight up root, and it tastes like root beer. Oh, excuse me. Oh, but this is like it's super good. Like I keep reaching for it because it's got that nice, well-rounded flavor. I am not complaining at all. I feel like, was this old lady time? Aw, have a good night, Mickerdoodles. I will see you later. Probably tomorrow. I'll text you or something else. We'll see. Uh, but anyway, this has a very comforting flavor. It's since it's herbal, it's non-caffeinated. It's sweet on its own. It's really like I didn't put any sugar. I didn't put anything in it. Like straight up unsweetened, and it's got that natural flavor. I did not expect it to be that good. I expected it to be good, but to the point where it tastes like actual root beer. I'm surprised by it, and that doesn't often happen. Whenever I drink teas, I expect that there's going to be a slight taste. Like when I drink the lapsang is a lot stronger in scent than it is when you drink it. This, that's what I was expecting from this, but honestly, it's not. Like you drink it straight up, it tastes almost exactly the way it smells, and I'm really enjoying it. It's comforting. It's warm. It's kind of spicy. Uh, how do I? It's spicy and it's sweet. Um, and it's not very. It's very smooth. It's like it's like a root beer float, but less creamy, if that makes sense. Mm. It almost tastes like candy, and it's a rare thing to find. Other than the fruit herbal blends, this is the first time I've ever said that about a tea without sweetening it. This one tastes like straight up candy. Uh, I'm surprised. I mean, I can see that. Uh, I can see why people would drink this very often, because this is like it's a very calming, relaxing, run of the mill drink. I mean, I would drink this on a regular basis. Um, just despite the fact that it may cause cancer after uh, prolonged drinking, but like I can see why people drink it so much. You know, it's a very tasty blend. Mm. I would love to try this iced. I think that it would be amazing iced. Yeah, because I cannot. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna use this in my iced tea. Why not? Summer's coming, spring is here, and I haven't made iced tea in a while. I usually wait until it warms up a lot, but in this case, I think it would be worth it. I can definitely I can definitely see myself steeping this for an hour, no problem. Keeping it in my iced tea, not my vase. Oh my god, drinking iced tea from a vase. No, in my pitcher, uh, and just making it like I used to. I haven't done that in a while. I think it's about time I did. But this is definitely a flavor that would go amazing like that. And it wouldn't even need to be sweetened. Just straight up. Like it's it's got a really nice flavor, and I I gotta say, like, it's altering my mood um to the point where it's kind of relaxing. And it's like I just want to sit back and, well, I mean, I am sitting back, but like, this is the kind of drink that you would relax to drink, read a book, keep things mellow. I'm really feeling it. I don't know if that's like a side effect, uh, but normally when I drink uh, on uncaffeinated teas, it's like I get like this kind of like warm sensation in my stomach, and herbal blends tend to uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, herbal blends tend to mellow me out for some reason. Not that it actively makes you sleepy. Some do, but others, they're just like fruit blends, and fruit has natural sugars and stuff like that. Drinking it hot doesn't necessarily proactively make you sleepy, but it can make you relax to the point where you fall asleep. That's kind of what I'm experiencing now. Um, was it? I am not high. I'm mellow. I'm feeling good. Um, and that's just the effect that it's having on me. I mean, who knows what it'll do to anybody else? But this is really good though. Like, I'm really feeling this tea. Oh, oh man, that's like, I'm really surprised by the vanilla. It's like I was not expecting that. I was expecting more along the lines of a root, earthy, planty kind of flavor to it, but like, the little hints of vanilla are really strong. I was not expecting that kind of a reaction, but I'm glad for it. It makes for a good um it makes for a good blend, and I would definitely drink this again. Granted, I may not drink it very often. Do not fall asleep and call 911 if you're poisoned. God, like, I swear, you're all like, have me dead already. This, it's not a poisonous tea. It's just a carcinogen, and I never thought I'd say that in my life. But hey, that's what happens. And I just realized something. That painting that I have in the background, it matches the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Kinda, sorta. And now I can't unsee that. Oh my god. Craig, if you ever watch this is what you did to me. Oh man. But anyway, to get back on subject, because like Was it you smoked but you didn't inhale? No, I'm definitely drinking and swallowing in this one. Yeah, that's right. I'm so mellow. Like I'm this I would recommend for right before bed. You know, I mean, I'm feeling like this is a good place to be. And like the more that I drink it, the more like it's starting to cool off a little bit, and it's tasting a little bit more like licorice. But a sweet version of the of black licorice because it's not overpowering. Some black licorice can be like spicy in a bad way. You know, you bite into it and it's just like, but this is nice. This is kind of it's well rounded. It's not too strong. It's a little bit excuse me. It's a little bit like I mean, it's a dessert. I can I can see myself drinking this on a regular basis, even though I know I shouldn't, and I'm not going to, because that's what the internet's for, to stop me from doing what I want. But um, no, but I mean, like this is really good. Like I can see myself drinking this maybe once every other week or something like that, just to if I were to drink it long term. I don't think that I'd be able to just because I know the risks. B, it's a little bit difficult to get to buy it, and C, the lady that I bought it from doesn't know if they'd be continuing to buy it, just because it's a little bit difficult to sell. But I mean, if I do get the chance, I would buy more because it tastes really good. And it does have those health benefits too, so why not? Mm. But besides, I'm like already pushing 40, so I think my long exposure has I don't have enough time left in the world to have a super duper prolonged exposure and then care by the end of it. So I think I'm in a good spot. No, but seriously, like this is like I'm really liking this tea, and I'm trying to. Who's my supplier? That's a good question. I bought this from Coffee and Tea Exchange. I've gone there a couple times. It's a really neat shop. Um, they are what's the word? They have like a kind of old timey feel. When you walk into it, there's like a bunch of barrels in the middle of it, and each of them are filled with different coffees. Um, it kind of reminds me of like a saloon whenever I walk in there because you have like all the barrels, you have the glass jars of the teas behind the counter. Um, you have like all the cups and the teapots and the kettles and stuff like that. So like they're set up in a kind of old timey fashion, and I really like it. It seems addictive if they promote the damages to the business to the like nicotine companies. Um, I could say something like that. It is close. I don't think that just because of the exposure, it's that immediate of a health risk. For instance, like you're more likely to find cigarettes than sassafras tea. Um, so although the warning is out there, it's not going to be as affluent because sassafras is harder to get a hold of, especially now that people know it's a carcinogen. Um, and I understand that doesn't stop the cigarette companies, um, because the cigarettes are even more carcinogenic, but they're also more They're also more addictive. They're more easy to get, and that's why they have those warnings on the on the box. This one, I did my research beforehand. I bought it knowing it is slightly carcinogenic, but I've read the risks, and I understand that it takes years upon years upon years of drinking this on a regular basis for it to affect you. So this is fine, just having this one bag. It's not going to affect me in the long run. That place sounds like it was set up during Prohibition. It might be, but I honestly don't know. Let me see, because they do have a website. Hopefully they have. Nope, they've been around since 1975. So that's before. That was after Prohibition. Oh, excuse me. Let me see if they have any. They have any photos of the place. Yeah, they do. They do. So I'll show you real quick what it looks like. Check it out. Look at that. Those are all the barrels going all the way to the end of the store. And then you see in the back they have like the shelving and the like the bottles and stuff. Like, it looks like an old-time saloon. I really enjoy the place. It's kind of hard to walk around in. You can see like there's not very much space between the barrels and the window. So on a crowded day, it's hard to get through. But at the end of it, it's worth the trip. Like, I enjoy going there. I'm looking to see if they have any better pictures of the place. I'm not seeing anything. No. Yeah, there's maybe an About Us. I don't know. We'll see. But like, I'm not seeing any better pictures of the setup. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, because the only other picture that they have, it basically shows the same thing from a different angle. But yeah, like, it's a really nice shop. I do enjoy going there from time to time, and I recommend it if you're in the city or just happen to be passing by. Go for it. Hmm. Oh, oh, this is really good. Oh man, like, I've got this smile on my face because this is a treat for me. I'm used to drinking like regular teas, black teas, green teas, white teas, rooibos teas, honeybush, stuff like that. So I don't get surprised very often, but in this case, it's it's a good surprise. I didn't sweeten it. I didn't need to sweeten it. Uh, so I'm feeling very satisfied right now. I also, I don't know, maybe I feel kind of lucid, if that makes sense. Like, I feel more I feel kind of focused right now. Um which is odd, because usually that's a symptom of the oh, I'm losing my mind. What is it? It's a symptom of caffeine. But I'm not caffeinated. I'm more mellow than anything. Oh, and you said you have sweet too? You have a sweet what? Oh, I got something in my eye. Hold on. Oh, yeah, my eye has been twitching for the past hour or so. I don't know what's going on. Was this aware? Like, my third eye has been opened? No, not my third eye. It's still closed. More like I'm more how do I put this? Like I'm kind of focused on my peripherals. You know, like I know it's around me, and I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just a little bit wacky. Maybe that's the cancer kicking in. I don't know. Oh, sweet tooth, sweet tooth. Oh, okay, yeah. That okay, that I get. It took me a minute. I was like, you have a sweet tooth? Wow. No. Um, but yeah, like I have a sweet tooth too, and it's like this is definitely satisfying it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the poison. It's making my eye go do to the point where it was happening before I even drank it. That's how that's how potent it is. No, I think it was just an effect of drinking caffeinated teas throughout the day. And yesterday I had my matcha event, and we had 5 grades of matcha. So yeah, I'm slightly drunk. No. um I had 5 grades of matcha, and that was hyper caffeinated. Um it wasn't too bad. I was able to sleep fine last night. Uh but a I think a remnant of the caffeine is just working its way out of my system, and that's why my eye is twitching. But that we'll see. I should try a cleansing tea next week. Oh well, I don't know if I have one in stock at the moment. I'll have to check. But in a sense, all teas are cleansing. So, I mean, like, you have to pick your areas. So I have been inhaling the odors too. Absolutely, and that's a great thing. I mean, you can't enjoy a tea without the odors. And speaking of which, that's probably what I'm going to drink next week. I don't know if it's not certain yet. I'm going to drink it soon. But I'll talk about that at a later date. You want me to make a cheesecake tea? I would have to sit there and think about it. Like it's a cheesecake is gonna be hard to catch the flavor. But I mean, stranger things have happened. I am drinking a root beer tea right now, so. Mm. Oh, that is so good. I'm really loving this. Junior's cheesecake. Okay, so that's gonna be a lot more difficult because I don't even know how to make a basic cheesecake tea. Now you want me to just make a Junior's cheesecake, the king of all cheesecakes? I don't know if I can pull that off. It's gonna take years and years of studying to get the right flavors, but we'll see. Ooh, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this out. Hopefully, I'll have quite a bit left over because I want to drink more. Oh, I got a decent amount. You know what? I should show you guys what it looks like when it's wet. That would be a good idea. Hopefully by now it's not. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It actually, I don't know, for some reason, it reminds me of brown rice. Like it's got a whole lot of long grain shapes. It's it's softer and it's chunky. Um, it has like a certain texture to it, like it's very rooted and grounded. Feels a little like wood chips. Wood chips after rain. There's a certain quality to it that oh, it's sticking to my finger. Hold on. There's a certain quality to it that likes Chopin. I'm not sure what Chopin is. Go ahead and explain it because I'm at a loss. Uh, but it's got like a lot of color to it as well. It looks like more colors come out when you pull it out of the teapot. Because I see some reds in there, I see some browns, some greens, oranges, and this is all from the same thing. Actually, I'd probably no. Doesn't Uncle Ben only make white rice? I don't know. Whoops, it never does that. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if Uncle Ben's makes brown rice or anything. I only see white rice. Oh, it's a kind of Chinese rice. Oh, well, yeah, I can see the resemblance. It's got that texture to it where the grains are pretty strong and long and decently sized. So yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance. Mm. And now I'm in the mood for rice. I gotta call up after the show. No. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor. Questions or comments or anything you want to say, go for it. I'm all ears. And I'm all taste buds. Because this is tasting delicious. Mm. Oh, that's so good. And like the more, like, I'm definitely gonna make this iced, because the more I drink, like it's cooling down to the point where it's pretty much room temperature, and the flavor is still strong. It's still sweet. It's still slightly spicy, and I mean, I'm really enjoying it. It's like the more it cools off, the more it tastes like root beer. So this is gonna be like straight up root beer, I swear. And that does look delicious, Shanna. I would totally eat that. I'm I'm seriously in the mood for rice right now. Oh, I blame myself. I did this to me, but it's well worth it. Oh my god, I'm like so stuffed. Ugh. Okay, I gotta I gotta kick it into gear because I still have about half a cup left, and the more I drink it, it's like I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Oof. Oh my god, I'm so stuffed. Like I'm gonna need a minute to digest a bit because this is more filling than I was expecting. I'm like my stomach is expanded and in the best of ways, it's like I know that this is all liquid, it's all water, and it's gonna be settled in time, but in the meantime, like there's this warmth in my belly that's just like it's really good. And yes, Teresa, can I help you? Oh, I feel like this is just I feel like I'm super duper satisfied, and that's the way that it should be. Every tea should have some positive effect on you when it's not cancer, of course. That's just not the kind of effect that I would want from something I drink. But in the meantime, I mean, that's just a self discipline that you have to include in your tea rotation. But in this case, I knew you were gonna say that at some point. I that they probably do have an arsenic tea or something for it's for people who give you headaches. Uh, it's good for headaches. It just kills them off. But anyway, oh, okay. So announcements. Um, I'm thinking about doing another tea crawl probably next weekend. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I want to ask around. I asked you guys last week if you want to go this week, but nobody responded via Facebook. But I did get a lot more responses when I asked people personally. So I think I'm just going to do that from here on in. Because pretty much everybody that's in Chicago I know in person. And the people who are interested, if we all say yes, would be a pretty good group to go in from one store to the other during the tea crawl. So by all means, I'm going to start asking around individually this coming week, see if anybody's interested. So those of you in the Chicago area, oh, excuse me, I will be coming around and asking you if you'd like to join, and just be ready for it. Oh, excuse me. I also have another announcement slash what's the word I'm looking for? Advertisement, I guess. I have found that there's going to be what is it? Kind of like a tea festival. From the way that it's described, though, it's more like a tea convention. So I'm going to attend. I'll be posting. Well, no, I think I did post that information yesterday. I just found out yesterday about it from one of the presenters. They're going to have vendors. They're going to have presenters and conferences. They're going to have presentations. So I'm definitely interested in all of that. The lady that did the matcha event yesterday will be doing the same matcha event and 3 other events, including cocktail teas. What else did she say? She said it was cocktails, um, cooking with tea, the matcha, and I forget what the 4th one was. Um, yeah, it's gone. But she'll be doing that. So I do have a connection in there already. It would be nice to get in on the access there. It's going to be open to the public. Tickets start at $25. Um, let me get the web address real quick. It's cityfest.com, and the date is going to be from November 1st to the 3rd. So if you guys are going to be in the Chicago area in November, go ahead and let me know. I'll send you all of the information. Yeah, that would be pretty much that. And we are at the end of Charity Month. So, announcement number 3, this weekend will be the last chance to donate to the, what was it, the name, oh, where is it going to be? That's a good question. Let me see. It's going to be in the Holiday Inn, at the Mart Plaza in River North. So I'm assuming that's Merchandise Mart. But we'll see where it goes. And moving along, I'm looking for the name of, I forgot the name of the charity. Forgive me. They were the Organization for Autism Research. So this is going to be the last weekend. You'll have a chance to donate. So go ahead, donate. And like we'll wrap this we'll wrap this month up on a high note. Oh. Oh, okay. Ooh, so that's all for my announcements. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I still have about Uh, was it okay? So you won't be in Chicago in November, but you'll meet me in Nathan's at June. Yeah, sure. We'll see. Considering that I'm blowing up all of my vacation days next month, I don't see that happening. Mm. Oh my god, I'm stuffed. This tea is like it's maintaining the flavor even as it cools, and I'm really liking it. Oh, I almost forgot. Teresa, is your question. What would I pair this with? I would say this would go well with something sweet, something dessert like. Um, I mean, obvious ice cream, like a root beer float. Why not? I mean, it's got that natural root beer flavor, so naturally the ice cream is going to be number one choice. Uh, what else would I put this with? Food wise, I would say maybe something like a. What was this? Don't soil your innocent question with my evil tea. It's not evil. It's just semi bad. It's what was it? I would say lawful evil. It's the best of the worst. Oh, excuse me. If that makes sense, lawful evil if you know those those terms. But yeah, I would say that's pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I hate when that happens. It's like starting to. Oh. Anyway, I don't know why my nose is running so much all of a sudden. Oh man, I'm thoroughly enjoying what's left of this tea. Only because it's like it's maintaining the flavor even if it as it cools, and that's a rare thing where a tea stays the same quality throughout the whole throughout the cooling process. I don't know if it will uh taste great cold, but I mean the flavor itself is good enough um to maintain when it gets up to room temperature, to the point where I can foresee it being good cold as well. And no, it's not poison. It's just carcinogenic. There's a difference. Oh my god. Like this is just amazing. I'm feeling pretty mellow, pretty relaxed right now. And it's going well. Mm. Like it honestly tastes like it has sugar in it, and I didn't put anything in it. Like it's got natural sweetness. I'm loving it. Like it's really good. Intoxicated might be the right word. Closer. I mean, it's got the connotation of being alcoholic, drunk, um, but I don't think it's that. No, don't walk towards the light. Well, considering the light's like right there, it's helping. It's helping you see. Okay, well, intoxicated. Okay, that works, or it might just be toxic. We'll see. But I promise you will hear from me tomorrow. Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna die yet. I still gotta go to Australia, but maybe after I get back, then I can die. But before then, not gonna happen. My, you guys bring the morbidness out of me. Mm. Oof, I really want to go back and get more after this is done. Although I know I need to pace myself. I just feel like I get the feeling that they're gonna sell out and then not replenish their stock, and I'm gonna be stuck like, oh. Is my life insurance up to date for the most part? Yeah, but I don't know if death is a pre-existing condition, so we'll see. All I know is that they'll watch this video and say, "Hey, he drank that tea. He committed suicide. No payout for anybody." No, but this is medically the good outweighs the bad. It's just drinking in moderation. That's all. There's nothing wrong with this tea, I promise. Mm. All right, so I have like maybe one or two sips, closer to one left. So if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, let me know. This is your last call. Next week, well, you know what? I think I'll tell you guys a little bit. Am I going back tomorrow? No. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I think the next time I go back is going to be when we have our tea crawl. So whenever we can organize that, that's when I'll be back. But for now, I'm satisfied with what I got. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. So, this is the tea that I was talking about. I don't know if I'm going to do it next week. I probably will. But we'll see. I have bought a tea from Geschwender where it's from a lesser known tea garden. I don't remember the region, but I do remember the tea garden name was Uthu. And they have a very distinct leaf. We've been commenting the entire time. Commenting on what? Like, I didn't see anything. It has a very distinct flavor. So I bought it. It smells great. And I'm like excited to drink it for you. And the best part is, when you buy it, part of the proceeds goes to save tigers. So what's not to love, you know? So I will probably, I'm not setting this in stone yet, but I will probably be drinking that next week. Yeah, that's that. Mm. All right, I got one more sip. I was wrong. One more sip. Oh my god, I'm so stuffed. Whew. Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out. I have one. I have one sip left. So down the hatch. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, so if anybody has any other questions, you're too late. Have a great night and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.